Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. We have researched many things. I've been going down the fluid route. Let's see. We can definitely get lubricant, batteries, electronics. We're gonna need that. Um, Cars, lab research speed, bullet, projectile damage. We don't have military science yet, but we have the capability. Let's get landfill. That's a quick one. And let's get a car. Let's get a car. And we need to get some oil processing set up soon. Do we have oil anywhere? Not really. We have a little bit over there. We have a little bit down there. And an even littler bit over here. Yeah, going over in that area seems to be the place to do it. Oh, look at this. There's a whole little gaggle of biters over here. I don't know what a group of biters is called. A pack? Oh, this guy. Oh. Yeah, you've been busy over here. We need to get on defenses as well. But anyway, what I was thinking about doing, I have this blueprint right here that's basically the mall, but it's just the individual assembly machines. And I like to go through and do this every now and then, because that will enable the ones that we've researched. So we can do pumps now, we can do pump jacks, we can do chemical plants. And it won't work if you put it over the factory. I think that does work. It doesn't in this case, though. Fluid cars as well as tanks. I think it doesn't because I actually had these as assembly machine 2s in the blueprint. I probably need to rethink about that. What did we just discover? I don't remember. Oh, it was lubricant. I was trying to think, is there some new thing that we can make because of that? I don't believe there is. All right, but that gets all of that set up. All right, let's head up here. Actually, I want to grab any gun turrets that I've made in the mall. I've made 5 of them. Fantastic. And get up and set up a little bit more of a perimeter, because I think we are going to need them here shortly. Alright, I'm over here on this side of the factory and just kind of setting up a little bit of a perimeter here where I believe the bad guys are coming from. I was talking with Bruce, and this is where he said they came from. And I trust him. Boy, there's just a lot of trees down there. Where is our pollution cloud? Yeah, it's probably those guys is probably where it's hitting, and maybe a little bit of these guys. So I don't know. I think that'll be good for now. It would be really nice to have some radar over here, so we could actually see what's going on over here. But I don't think that's going to be likely, because Bruce won't allow the power poles to stay. And I'd forgotten in vanilla that I usually use Squeak Through. It's a mod that it lowers the hitboxes of a lot of items so that you can easily walk through things. Oh, come on, stop spitting at me. And yeah, you can actually get stuck in trees, like I am right now. Oh, and there's a biter. He's out clearing trees. Good, you do that, biter. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Oh, now he's after me. All right, and let's go ahead and just increase this as well, just in case. And I want to check these guys. I'm assuming you guys have been busy. Not really. Huh. Okay. Just you guys there? All right, and they seem to be holding up fairly well. So, actually, you know what? That doesn't... We need to just take that down. That doesn't need to be there anymore. But we do have a perimeter coming through here. You guys have seen some action. And this is kind of a choke point here, so we probably want to get a little bit going on here. Are we out of bullets already? Oh, they're going over there. Now my count's all off, and they go... Urgh. One of the reasons why I like to have just excessive amounts of bullets in my inventory is because of the way they like to go over there, and I don't want them over there. Sometimes I want them over there. I just want the game to know exactly what it is that I want and to do it. Alright. There we go. Let's see, does that give a little bit of a perimeter? Let's see, how many of these do we have left? Oh, we got plenty. Yeah, let's just take this all the way down. And this is going to work out pretty well until we need to make a new steel smelter, and then it's going to be somewhat annoying. But hopefully by that time, we'll have a better idea of how we want to get our defenses set up. Let's go grab some bullets since we're right here. I'm actually going to leave those there. Whoa, that's a lot of bullets. Maybe not that many. But then again, wasn't I complaining about running out of bullets earlier? Ah, see, there's a hit going on up there. That's those turrets up there that were busy earlier. All right, that at least helps me feel a little bit better about that side as well as that side. I probably want to set something up like right here as well to defend over from that area. And you know what? I'm thinking about it. We're on an island, so we should be able to basically secure a lot of these areas and prevent any biter attacks from happening at all. So, that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, let's get over here and set that up. Oh, we may actually need to create some more circuits. It looks like those are actually being utilized at a rather quick pace. All right, our turrets that we set up there are seeing a little bit of action, as I kind of expected they would be. Let's do it right here. A little bit of cliffs down here that actually give us a natural kind of choke point. All right. And you know what? I think I'm just going to leave 100 over there. And I think that'll work out just fine. Okay. Let's see. Let's, Boy, science has stopped already? Let's I'm gonna go over here. Let's go ahead and increase our green circuit production. Let's go ahead and get that part done. And then after that, I want to go and put up our science setup, I think. I'd like to go ahead and get that since we already have all the things we need for it now. Back to chopping trees. All right, I didn't know that we were going to expand this out, or I would have done that in between episodes. Do we have fast inserters? We don't. Can we make some? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and get those, because I would like to convert these over to fast as well. That would probably help as well. It certainly wouldn't hurt. I get down there? Yes, it does. There, and let's see, do we have some long-headed inserters? Here's like we do. All right, that'll get that production doubled up. And it's getting to be darky time. Get some lights there. Yeah, that will that'll help that get a little bit more circuitage out on the line. And let's take a look down here at science. I want to run into the mall real quick because we should have all things combinatory over here. Let's see. I have a little bit of green wire. Go ahead and take the full stack there. One thing, I don't know if I mentioned, but in the mall, I have all these chests limited by logic. Just on how many items I want to keep in there, rather than doing it like this. So we can keep the chests open, we can drop stuff in them. At some point, I like to convert them over to buffer chests when we have them, so that we can... basically, our excess goes into here, rather than off into storage. And let's see, we've got some lights. Yeah, let's go and grab all the lights. Place that light. Didn't place any of these lights down here. I didn't place the lights by the lights. Boy, that seems wrong. All right, all those are good to go. Let's rip up our labs. Yeah, looking forward to robots a lot. Let's see. This was just a spacer thing, so we don't actually need that there. And I'm throwing some extra lights down here just to kind of help a little bit. They are not functional. All right. So how is this going to work? Let's grab... I want to leave kind of some space over there. Let's just start out with kind of a lab setup. And let's get a belt moving around it. We'll expand this out later. This is just to kind of get a rough spitball idea here. All right, and we're going to have our science lines coming up here. I think the first thing I'm going to want to do is split the sciences up. So we can do that like right here, I believe. Boom, boom, and boom. So you will come in and I will spit out the red science to the left. Does that seem reasonable? We'll have... Actually, I would like it the other way. Not that it matters, but just having it like on the order down here seems like it would be nice. All right, and then our next one is going to come up. It's going to be blue and black. So the black science would go on the bottom. I'm sorry, military science. I'm trying to decide if I need to start trying to use the names. The problem is I never remember what they are. Chemical science pack and military science pack. And this is logistic, and this is automation. Fabulous. All right, and production science pack, also known as the purple science pack. We'll go right there. And then this one will just be space science. No need for any of that fancy stuff. Okay, so sushi. We want to basically limit the amount of science that we have coming in. So we're going to want... I forget if these were fast. We'll make them fast. We'll want inserters coming in. Do we have medium power poles? We've got some medium power poles. Let's go ahead and make some more. I'm not happy with that. Not necessarily happy with that either, but I think I like it better. Okay, so the idea with Sushi Science is we have this belt going around. It's going to have all the sciences on it. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 belts coming in. And we're going to mix them up in such a way so that there's always all of the sciences going on here. Now, I did this in a, what I called the creative mode. I spent a series just messing with stuff in a mod called creative mode that lets you do all this stuff. And I set up a sushi science based off of circuits, and I'm trying to remember how I did that. I think we had this coming in, and we had that fed into a 7-to-1 balancer. So let's pull out our 7-to-1 balancer, like that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and disable that. We do not want it to be red, however. We want it to be... Oh, we don't have any stuff. Hey, the mall's right here. And we do have some splitters. We do have some undergrounds. Do we need belt? No, we got belt. Okay, that feeds into a balancer, and then I think we ended up doing a lane balancer, or not a lane balancer, a lane shifter. I guess is that what I called those? And, yeah, that went like that. And then we can send it up and get into the main science setup there. All right, that, I believe, is all we need from that side of things. We need some other things, though. I do this by using a counter, essentially. We take our input that comes in, each signal that comes in, we add 0 to it, and then we output that signal. We wire the input to the output, and that makes it a memory cell, so it will just sit there and count things. And we want that as the input. We want to count all the items that come in. Okay, so we want to set you to enable disable and read the belt contents. Yes. And our enabled condition is going to be how many items we want on the line. And I believe I did that with a constant combinator. Let's start out. We'll call it like, ooh, what are these? Check signal, dot signal, info signal. Check signal, dot signal, info signal. Okay. We will call this S, and for now, let's keep it at, like, I don't know, maybe 20. And we'll send that out on that network as well. And we'll set this to S. No, it's going to be the science that's out there. In this case, that science less than S. Where's S? Boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to hold off on you guys right now because you are live. All right, so that is going to both enable, disable this belt based on how much is out there. Or it's going to count the items that go past it because of the read belt contents. And it's going to enable, disable based on that amount that we have counted. Due to this counter that we have right here. I did this in the creative mode. There was actually some episodes where I spent a lot more time going in depth with circuits. So if you're curious about that, if you're not familiar with circuits or these setups, I highly recommend that you do that. Look into that creative mode series where I go in depth, a little bit too far in depth in some cases, in setting all that stuff up. All right, so that's going to add the science that we put out onto the line. We need one to take away the science that we take off. And when it gets taken away is when these guys right here are pulling it off the line. All right, so we don't want you to enable disable. We just want you to read the hand contents, and we want to do a pulse. So for every science pack that you pick up, we want to pulse that back to the back to our counter. Do we have you hooked up to the power pole? We do not. So we want to get you up into that power pole and send this red signal to the back of this arithmetic combinator that is going to take each signal, multiply it by a -1. And then output that signal. This is going to take away or subtract anything that those guys grab. And we'll take that and feed it into the back. Does that need to be a separate line? It shouldn't. But let's do that anyway. All right, and I think that's all we're going to need, right? Why are you counting? . That is a question. Oh, because you're getting an S signal. So technically, that needs to be a separate signal, I guess. Yeah, because we don't want that S signal being multiplied. All right. All right, I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and set a research. Mining productivity? Yeah. Modular armor. Modules. Battery. Let's get that. Stack inserter. Blue science. We'll just research things. just research. All right, I think this is ready to test. Let's throw this down and get you guys set up. We want you set for green science. You set for red science. And let's just see if this works at all. Okay, set 20 out. Stopped. These guys are getting mixed up on the line. You are getting your stuff adding. And as they are adding stuff, they are going out there. Fantastic. Let's bump it up again. Maybe not 20. Let's do 30. Why not? Oh, and I forget the splitters. We get science stuck in there. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But that gets our sushi belt a-rolling. And it should be limited, so it should never back up. And it's just always going to try to keep a constant number of those sciences on the line and twirling around. And as the labs need them, they will pick them up. Let's put a little light on the subject. All right, yeah. And I'm aware that there are other sushi setups available. I like this one because it's a little bit more flexible, and it can be used for other applications, not just science as well. It's got kind of a big footprint, but it's not really that much bigger than some of the other sushi science setups that I've seen. But yeah, I like it. This episode has gone on a little bit long, but that's okay. We needed to get science set up. And actually, what we need to do is break that off right there and continue this on down. Oh, that's as far as we can go. Well, we've got another lab up top there, so I think we'll just go ahead with pretending like this is going to be fine, because in reality, it is. All right, well, I'm going to continue to set this science setup up, and I will see you in the next episode, where I think we need to start getting the other types of science going. That seems like it would make a lot of sense to me. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you then.